Looks like we're live. All right. Give it a couple minutes to see if anybody shows up before I start. I'm pumped for the sequel. That trailer for Death Stranding 2 was insane. So I'm ready for that. Just started streaming. Of course, my phone's got to ring. Hasn't rang all day. What are you doing, Milo Ren? Huh? What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Come down here. Come on. Come on. Hey there, Vaughn. What's up? You see my dog? Come on. He knows he's on camera, so he acts all shy. Have you played Death Stranding? I'll be honest, I've played it. I don't really know what the hell even goes on in the game, so I'm gonna try it again. Hopefully, I can figure something out this time through. His name is Milo Ren, like Kylo Ren, but Milo Ren, and he knows he's on camera too, so he won't. Come on, Milo. Hi, Kristen. What's going down? You gonna check out Death Stranding before the sequel comes out? We're gonna try and beat the algorithm. Yeah, it is not an accessible game by any means. It is literally like you gotta force yourself. Yeah, he's a good dog. He's a good dog when he wants to be. Normally when there's food involved. That's the only time he's ever good. It's the only time he ever wants anything to do with me. If my wife or daughter's here, he ain't gonna be paying attention to me. Glad you guys stopped in. It's good for me to be on the end of the camera to have to talk for once. Hold on. See if I have any kind of freak out moment. I know the controls in this are actually pretty good. I can't complain about the... No. Never have to force myself. But I guess we will get this going, huh? Oh, no, I don't want to continue. That was dumb. Oh, man, I pressed one button and I already failed. Look at that. Pay no attention to this old game that's loading. Yeah, that's why I enjoy Friday. I just upload and not stream, right? Well, at least you get new people that come in, though, right? I don't ever get anybody that comes in. It's literally regulars, which tells me the people that see it kind of like what's going on. But like my channel just doesn't attract new viewers. I don't know if you saw the post I made. You probably didn't because nobody sees anything I do really. But yeah, let's get this going. I actually posted a short the other day, and it had 39 views and 2 people saw it. It literally had 2 impressions and 39 views, and it's just like, well, why the hell couldn't you show it to 3 people so that maybe I could get 40? But yeah, bitching about views is never a good look. I'd kill for some tumbleweeds though, Vaughn. I'm not gonna lie. What? How did it get muted? I didn't touch anything. On the streaming software, it looks like I'm on. What? What? My mic must have cut out. Test, test. Can you hear me? What the fuck is that? I don't know what's wrong with my mic. I don't like it. I don't know what's wrong with my mic. I don't like it. It's working now, right? I can hear it on my computer. Right on, yeah. I know. I mean, when it comes to the algorithm, I don't know, man. I'm no good at it, and I try my best. I looked at tutorials, and it says, short titles. I've even let AI try doing my titles for me, and it doesn't really seem to help out any, so I don't know. Let's not hit continue again. I wonder what went wrong with my mic. I can see it looks like the receiver's picking up my voice, so it should still be going. Let's try normal. I don't need to give myself an aneurysm. With the difficulty level, that would be just my luck. Make it through work just to die playing video games at the desk. Give myself a fucking aneurysm. I think I almost gave myself a stroke playing Kingdom Hearts. I played that on proud mode and I got all the way to the end. It was insane. That last boss was just nearly impossible. It was almost like the whole level was the boss. That's weird. I can hear it on my computer. I've got my laptop next to me, and I hear it. Hey there, Story. Can you hear me, Story? The game audio is quiet. I don't know why my mic keeps going out. That is freaking weird. Let's go back to OBS. OBS is picking up my mic. Can you still not hear me? Story can hear me. It's got to be you, Vaughn. Story says they can hear me. So now I'm like confused. Story can hear me. I can hear myself, so that's 2 against 1, Vaughn. It's 2 on 1. I hear myself. Am I going to have to stand like this with the mic in front of my face the whole time? Yep, now I'm echoing. There is audio. I'm hearing it. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with that. That's weird. I don't. Maybe it is this mic. OBS does not like microphones. I really can't explain that one. All right, here's intro to Death Stranding. I've always liked Kojima games. All right, well, have YouTube muted? Audio needs to be. Yeah, I thought getting a new mic was going to fix my issues with OBS, but it hasn't. Can't hear an echo. You sound normal. Okay, right on. Nice. Story in YouTube. You just don't get blasted. Always have headphones on. You could probably pin your mic back to hoodie.
Once there was an explosion.
Right on.
Bang, which
Good
gave
stuff,
birth to
Farm.
time and space. Once there was an explosion.
The acting in this
A
game is
bang which set
superb
a
too.
planet spinning in that space.
Kind of like that Deep South game
Once
Vaughn's
there was an
playing.
explosion.
Acting makes
A
up for
bang
the
which gave
gameplay
rise to
sometimes.
life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
The music in this is great too. I think that started with Metal Gear 5 though. Like you could go around collecting all those the cassette tape, that's what it was. Well, the issue I have with my mics is it stops recognizing them. For whatever reason, I have a webcam and the mic on the webcam just stops being recognized by OBS. So it'll see my webcam and it'll have a video feed coming to OBS, but the microphone will just never work. Every time I go to like choose a microphone input, it'll just stop recognizing my webcam until I uninstall everything and then reinstall it. Oh, you're gonna do a commentary? Huh? Oh, you're not. Okay, right. Yeah, let the game speak for itself at that point. It's just a story, just soak it all in. I can't believe how much the characters look like the actual actors in this game. I mean, that definitely raised the bar for that. But yeah, now that I've got the new mic, there hasn't really been any kind of problems with it not being detected. But yeah, it actually working when I want it to work has been a little bit of trouble. But I guess that's part of the whole wireless mic. You're gonna have that. Everything's more reliable. Right? Pain in the arse. No shit. I think you have to activate the webcam mic in the webcam set. Yeah, I did. I did actually do that. I mean, it was working. It would work 3 times in a row. And then on the 4th time I would go to try and stream, it would just be like, nope, I don't detect your webcam mic, uninstall it and start again. And that's literally like the advice on the Logitech forum. Just keep uninstalling it and reinstalling it, it'll be fine. Because I think Windows actually stops recognizing it. It's not even just OBS. So it's definitely something on Logitech's end, I think. had to be a nightmare to program this. I mean, like everything in the game reacts to that time fall and ages like that. It's got to be a freaking nightmare to try to do that. Oof.
Oh, great. Fuck.
Oh, cool, I can swear in this game. Alright, I guess I gotta get some smart drugs. Put them all on my back. So wait, they don't tell you where to go? Wow, they don't even tell you where to go. I could have swore there was like a, hey, do this. Put them all... No? So right away they're like weeding out the people. Like, well, if you're not up for an obtuse game, you're gonna find out right away. I know that's like a huge trend to just drop people in a game and let them figure it all out. I mean, it's definitely a design decision. I don't know that it's always the right one. But I think it kind of works with this game. To kind of be along. Yeah, this is PC. Yep. Yes, Vaughn, you are correct. I don't game enough on my PC, to be honest with you. It's just too easy to go sit down on the couch instead of the gaming chair. OBS bitrate. Like in the 10,000s, almost 11 kilobytes per second. 0 dropped frames so far. That's a cool story. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Oh, you're good. Don't worry. You don't ever have to worry. I appreciate you even just stopping by to say hi. Trust me. Ow, damn. He makes my skin crawl. Now I know why my wife likes this game. I gotta admit, I hate the oil aspects of this game. When you get stuck in that sludge, it makes you just feel like quitting. Yeah, 10K is not bad. Not bad. It gets up there to 11 sometimes. I see it hit. I made sure I had really good internet though here. Because I actually, oh, right on. You'll be listening to Story, right on. Yeah, I had to have good internet because I used to work from home. I actually, when we moved here, I was working at Apple and I was doing tech support over the phone. So like screen sharing with customers and all that kind of crazy crap. I always had to have like the best of the best internet. they paid for like a quarter of my cable bill. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just, I just have it at whatever OBS said was the default. I think it just automatically judges by what it detects. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's just the default. I haven't changed anything. It's worked for my 3D printing. And that's like really super high or fast paced with the way it moves around, so I don't know. Damn, 30K, you ain't messing around. Shoot. You can stream more than one game. You can stream freaking 3 games. Yeah, I don't know. I've not gone in and adjusted anything. I probably could. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go and try and fine tune it. That's because your game is quite blurry. Okay. See, it's weird. It looks fine on mine. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, I do see some blur, don't I? I think I'd have to stop streaming. Ignore streaming service setting recommendations. Video maximum bitrate is 51. Video bitrate. Let's crank it up. You said yours is 30. Let's see if I can get to 30.
I think they're gone. What the hell? Didn't mean to grab you so hard.
Yeah, tell me if that's any better. It's up to 30 now.
So, you have dooms, like me.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
What's your level? You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Level 2, then.
Yeah, it looks like my connection's starting to struggle with that.
Same as you. Time falls that up.
I'm gonna go to 20.
My name is Fragile.
See if I can go to 20, if that makes any...
Yeah, I've heard of you.
That right? Sam Porter Bridges. The man who delivers.
Yeah, I can see it. Looks like my connection's having a hard time with it now.
You want it?
Yeah, I've got a 4080,
Time fall away.
a gigabyte 4080 Eagle OC. I think it's my internet connection because I can see next to my bit rate.
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And it should be 1440p, I think is what it's trying to stream at. I should probably try and
Not much left
crack
of
that
us,
down to
save for
1080.
a few honest folks. And on top of that, not much left of me either. Got soaked from neck to toe.
Yeah, right on. I'll definitely try and do that, Brian. I appreciate that, man, for sure.
I make deliveries. That's all.
Yeah, when it comes to my PC, I've not really streamed too many games. I think that's what I need to do. I think I need to drop it to 1080p. Because that's the problem. Is over here, it looks
Heading
fine.
into town.
On my MacBook over here, it doesn't look too bad.
Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long.
Yeah, it looks like 20 is holding pretty solid. I'll try 25. We'll go up just a little more.
The time for fast
But it does look kind of blown out, doesn't it? I see what
But
you
it
mean.
can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sam Porter Bridges.
It's better than mine. It's only broadcasting at 1080. Right on. You won't be able to change any of the big settings anyway. Well, I'll send you. Oh, gotcha. Right on. Gotcha. Appreciate you, Vaughn. Yeah, I don't know. I'm new at the video game streaming, so I'll definitely take any kind of advice. That's the problem with PlayStation. I'm used to the console, where it just kind of does everything in the optimal way by default. Man, the first time I got this, like I was just running around stumbling all over the place every 5 seconds. And then you just kind of learn, oh, okay, there's a specific way you've just got to play the game. And it all just starts to kind of click. It's definitely a unique game. Yeah, I knew I could trudge through that. I'm gonna try the NVIDIA. There's like, I think it's called like Stream something. I can't remember what it is, but I just saw that it installed on my computer, and it's the built-in graphics card streaming app. I'm gonna try it, just because I think you can put like different backdrops and whatnot on your camera and do like the keyhole cutout instead of just the square like I've got right now. Ah, gotcha. Bitrate is like huge pipe, and you're only sending a trickle of water down it, so you need no help. Okay. More bitrate, you use more, it will struggle. Ah. It's not for streaming, it's just the mic settings and camera settings. Gotcha, gotcha. Well, that's my motto. I've always got room for improvement. Something to learn. I could have swore that I must have already picked it up. Yeah, I want to do the Streamlabs setup too, so I can actually see the chat on my screen as I'm playing. My mic is still working, by the way, right? Just want to make sure. I don't want to keep talking to myself if the mic's not working. Testing. Is my mic still working? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I wanted the 4090, and I don't know, at the time when I was building my PC, you couldn't get anything, and I just wasn't willing to pay that stupid price. I was like, there's just a limit, and I'm just not doing it. I think it was like 25. The one I paid was like 15. And to go to the 4090, it was literally like $1,000 more. And I was like, you people are crazy. Like, there's no way I'm spending $2,500. Like, my kid needs a car. And I'm telling her that I'm not going to spend over a certain amount. Oh, okay. I see the chat clicker. Yeah, I still got to get that all set up, though. I definitely need to do, like, the Streamlabs, maybe. Do a little bit of research on that so I don't have it cursing at people and doing all kinds of naughty things. That'd be my luck. Come on, Norman, get up there. Could you imagine working like what this was what this was like when they were developing this? Because like everybody in this is all just like really close friends. So it's literally like you just call your friend up like, hey, you want to help me make a video game? Sure. What are you going to do? I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's like either everybody really loves Kojima or they just pretend to get the clout of saying that they're friends with Kojima. Oh, that's right. Shit. I have to rest. I have to stamina fill up. I don't know. I actually think that's what makes this a good streaming game, is that you do got to kind of take it slow and methodical. YouTube's too. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna end up doing. I've got a computer monitor in my room that I've used for my MacBook, but I really just don't use that anymore. Literally now just got my Apple Vision Pro. And so there's no need to actually have a dedicated monitor for just my MacBook anymore. Could literally just have a 70-inch display anywhere for my MacBook with the Vision Pro. It's so funny. I posted a video of myself unboxing the Vision Pro. And that video got so much hate just on the fact that I spent money to buy something that people thought was a stupid purchase. It's like, can't you just be like, wow, man, you bought something. You really gotta like tell me I'm an idiot and like trash my channel? Like the amount of downvotes I got just because Apple Vision Pro is stupid, like just blew my mind. It's like I can understand that, you know, a few people probably didn't like my video, but just to say Apple Vision Pro sucks, downvote, like come on, man. Like even if I didn't like somebody personally, I wouldn't just go do that to their channel. So yeah, you just saw Death Stranding. That's it right there. I just did everything you do in the game. You pick stuff up. You take it somewhere, you drop it off. Yeah, trolls, that's all it is too. I'll be Windows, right? I mean, I'm playing on Windows. That's what I don't understand is I like both platforms. I said earlier, I used to work at Apple. And I still freaking like Microsoft and Windows because you'd have to be an idiot to think that Mac gaming is better than Windows gaming.
Luckily, our goods are in perfect condition. Well, you did keep us waiting, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a pretty good troll myself, so I guess if I get them coming to my channel, there must have been something I did to deserve it. I can be pretty good at trolling. You ever see me write, bruh, you know I'm trolling. That's the only time I'll ever say, bruh. What? What's up, Ben? Howdy, Big Ben from the UK. Good stream today. I love the meta. Just annoyed that Facebook bought. Right? Right? Giving Zuckerberg any more money just never feels good. I mean, I don't hate the guy personally. It's just there's like some really scummy things that they do. Well, the gang's all here, right? You guys both had good streams today. I wish I could watch your guys' more, man. That kills me that you guys both kind of stream right before and right after my lunch. I can assure you, though, I'll be playing some more Order of Ecclesia. That's not going anywhere. Just trying to hit the algorithm hard with some Death Stranding before the sequel. How late is it over where you guys are? I know it's got to be pretty late for Ben and Vaughn. What about you, Story? Appreciate everybody that stopped in.
Igor, Bridges Corpse Disposal.
Igor.
Sam Porter, I
This
presume?
is Igor's haunted mansion.
Right. Not that touchy-feely type. Talking to
Hi, Lenora.
phobia.
Bridges corpse disposal.
Hello.
What
Oh man, it is late for you cats,
gotta
man.
move on.
Well, I
Let's play
appreciate
video.
you all stopping in, knowing it's so late.
Come on.
Shoot, it's freaking awesome. Yeah, I just got off of work, so I got 4 more hours. Gotta sleep. Ben, I appreciate you, brother. Trust me, man. I absolutely appreciate you, man.
He's got a date with the incinerator.
How long since he flatlined?
We don't know the exact TOD, but I'd say it's been up.
I don't want to do spoilers, but man, there's a
quarantine?
well, it's coming up.
Sick. This is a suicide.
Imagine having to transport a dead body like that.
We're just like
3:43 for you PM. Oh, so that's kind of,
Who knows when he'll go necro?
you're probably like central time then, Story.
Closest incinerator's to the north.
Yep, 5:43. Yep, that's where it is here. I'm 6:43.
Wish I could, but there's no time.
Detroit time.
Then just burn the poor bastard right here.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Ben.
Pyrillium in the air so close to town? Can't do it.
Better that than trying for the incinerator.
Hey, we can do this. We
Rest
just
up
need
for that
someone like
stream
you
tomorrow
with Dooms.
if you're gonna do it.
Well, he's already in the first stages of necrosis.
Oh, Pacific
If we don't
time.
hurry, this place is a crater.
That's what I love about the internet, though. Like, it kind of sucks, and it's awesome at the same time. Like, I'd never meet cool
Bridges
people like you
hereby
all if it
enters into
wasn't for the
contract
internet.
with Sam Porter.
Sam,
I have a hard time getting out
Just
and
Sam.
meeting people around Detroit,
and I can't
let
spot
alone
BTs.
all over the world.
Just
So the
sense 'em.
internet's freaking awesome.
That's why we came prepared.
A bridge baby, huh?
With its help and you, we'll be able to stay one step ahead of them.
I always thought the baby was Norman Reedus' character,
Makes me
Sam
feel
or
like shit
whatever.
every time.
Like, something about the way the baby looks always made me think that there was like some paradox thing where like Sam was actually BB. Like, if you look at that, that looks a lot like Sam, which is the main Norman Reedus character, just like as a baby. But it looks like that's not the case though. In the sequel, it looks completely different. Oh man, Story. How does that work with the time? I can't stand daylight savings time. I'm so over that. For 40 years, I've never grown to like it. Especially in Michigan, we don't get enough sunlight in Michigan as it is. We're pretty much like in the entire United States. I think Michigan is in the area that gets the least amount of like sunny days. No wonder we're all such moody
The world was
bitches.
different when I was a kid. America.
I don't know if you saw my
country.
post today,
Anybody
but
could go anywhere
it's
they damn
springtime
wanted.
in Michigan,
No
and we
need
had
for
freaking
couriers like
snow
yourself.
everywhere today when I
We had
woke up.
highways, airplanes. Hell, you could even visit other countries. hard to imagine it now. As you can see, the Death Stranding poked us full of holes.
The world building in this game is fantastic.
And if you were lucky enough to survive, the timefall came and washed you away. And those freaks from the beach showed up.
You know, it's pretty easy to do a city when you don't got to get up close to it. Like, look at that. That's like the geometry to that is almost nothing. It's kind of just what's a copy and paste building. Don't change your clock back, most do. The dogmen love it. Right? They love the snow.
How much further to the incinerator? This guy's about to pop.
Shit. We're cut to the BTs.
That's for serious, though. That ain't no joke. My buddy said he's from the town where the Dogman first originated from in Michigan. The very first one. Lame. Well, right, and it is dark. You're right. Snowy and dark. Tons of woods everywhere. Especially in the UP. I don't know if you heard about the UP. But man, the UP is freaking nuts. Like, it's all pretty much just woods up there. My buddy was telling me he went up there and they lost cell phone service, and it was literally like, if you got lost up there, it could be days till somebody found you, because there was just no cell phone service. You'd have gone off of Eddie Tower, you know, miles freaking from where you were.
Nothing.
It's like, why does their clothes not age though? Why can't they make more things out of what they made the clothes out of? I think I just found the biggest like hole in Death Stranding. Like, if the rain could make a metal box deteriorate, and that cloth is resistant to it, why not just wrap everything in the fucking cloth? You wouldn't have a video game now. This don't look good. Anytime you go to the driver, it ain't good. Just imagine that big old muddy handprints just appear out of nowhere. Oh yeah, the northern parts of Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, yeah. It is so wooded and remote out there. Literally, if you get lost, Vaughn, the probably only thing that would come to save you would be a freaking dog, man. They actually carry like their own like GPS trackers up there. When you go on trails, they give you like you would see in like a movie, you know, like a big old thing that's just a big old GPS tracker. Well, right, it ages it, but like, why doesn't it do that to the clothes? I mean, his clothes, I mean, maybe it's just a you gotta go with it moment that he goes back to the room or whatever, and he puts new clothes on or whatever. But I mean, you always see him pull the hood up, and it never ages or anything like that or deteriorates. So I don't know. That reminds you of Metal Gear 5 right there.
They're here.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Plastic does take forever. Oh, that was crazy. I never noticed that dude, they go down to him and he's aged like 20 years. Like, why not just shoot him? Somebody had to have a gun. Wait, that's why my daughter keeps telling me not to use straws that you can't reuse. because they get stuck in turtles' noses or something. She's a fucking activist now. 17 years old, she knows everything. I'm just playing. She does know everything though at 17. That's not creepy at all. I really like that gold color scheme the way they use it in this game. It's the gray and gold, or the gray and black with the gold accents for like the enemies. Freaking awesome. And they say that each one of these character models probably cost, you know, $250,000 to make. So just imagine how expensive this one cutscene is. And you've barely even gotten into the game yet. I think that's probably the biggest problem with games these days, is everything does have to be as realistic and expensive and big budget as possible. You know, why can't we have cheaper, smaller games that just do what they're good at doing? I feel like the biggest problem with games is the games do try to appeal to everybody nowadays, and if you can't sell 20 million copies of a game, it's not worth a developer's time. I got rid of all my plastic straws and seen the turtle video, right, with the straw up its nose. I got glass ones and I have metal ones. Plastic straw. That's what I have, is these plastic ones, and I don't hate it. They try to steal it. And you bring two, be like, here, don't steal mine. I would like a metal one. I feel like these plastic ones are porous, and I know that's probably just me being paranoid. But I feel like there's spots for like bacteria and fungus and nasty crap to kind of grow in there. I mean, if I had a metal one, it's all going to be good. Nice and smooth. Silicon straws now. I have a fear of tipping. A metal straw. Did you see what those look like in the sequel? Man, I can't wait. I'm definitely gonna buy that on day one. It looks like they turn into like giant battle mechs that you can control remotely with like a VR headset. Again, like the lore and world building of this game is freaking insane. A fear of silicon straw. You have silicon straw. You have a fear of a fear of tripping. I thought I read that the first time. A fear of tipping. A fear of tripping. Now that is actually horrifying. I'm not gonna lie. And now I'm gonna be walking around with this thing like out in front of me, like this, as I go upstairs now. So if I do fall. Oh, God, don't say that, Vaughn. Ah! If that really happened, God, that poor person. That poor person. I hope it was quick. My God, I hope that was quick. In the UK, a woman came home to find her wife dead in the floor from Australia and gone through the eye and killed her. Oh! Oh! Killed her and she fell on it. So, oh, God. gone through her eye. Oh, God. That's more horrifying than the dog men in Michigan. Somehow. There we are, Death Stranding. It's the game we're playing. And we are, what, half hour in? 51 minutes in, an hour in? I love Kojima, though. I can't lie. Just so freaking batshit crazy with the way Metal Gear, everything tied together backwards. I know that they all plan that stuff, and when you're the person writing it, it's easy to just write some stupid gotcha gimmick where it's like, oh, none of this makes sense in the real world, but I just made this up. You know, he kind of avoids stupid MacGuffins like that. And everything kind of always seems to make a little bit of sense when you actually uncover it all anyway. She was halfway in the kitchen and out to the garden, so right in the doorway of the house. Oh, God. Ugh. And then that's your freaking mate that you come in and find, you know, as horrifying as it would be if you find a stranger like that. Oh, God. Have you ever seen Lost Highway? The David Lynch movie, Lost Highway? There's a guy in there that, like, they're having, like, a scuffle. And he goes, like, lunging after a guy, like, ah! And the dude moves. And he literally, like, a coffee table impales him, like, right in the freaking forehead, like the corner of a coffee table. It was, like, one of the most gruesome scenes I've ever seen. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be moving. Let's zoom in on Sam. That's completely normal, right? Everybody has that in their mouth. I actually damaged my nose similarly in a bar. No straws all night, and then I found one, but I was so used to not having one, I tried to take a drink, and the straw went up and... Oh! I've done that. I have done that. I can honestly say I have been completely unexpecting a straw anywhere near my drink and picked it up and went, pow! Better than my eye. I'd rather have it in my nose than my eye. Pouring. Oh, God. I could feel the skin flapping. Oh, my God, dude. You went all in then. Oh. I'm glad you're all right. I went to the doctor, and they're all looking because I was having an earring ringing in my ear. So I go to the doctor, and they're looking all around, and they look at my nose. And the doctor just comes out, he's like, so when did you break your nose? I'm like, I don't remember breaking my nose. He's like, you had to have broken it pretty good. And I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I've played hockey my whole life. I mean, I could have taken countless hits to the nose and not really flinched. Ugh. But that's the worst, a nosebleed. Like, everything you do fucking aggravates it again. I'll wake up and it'll be dry as hell. And I'll just like, I'll like just kind of brush my nose like that. And then I'll go look and do something else. And all of a sudden it'll just be just like pouring out of my face like somebody just punched me. And you sit there and you do this. And then the next time you go and touch your nose again, you get it freaking aggravated. Must have been an interesting night. Bridget. My parents' friends' sons were ice hockey players, and I remember one broke their nose, and they put in a plastic support
Oh,
so it wouldn't
you're awake.
the shape. Oh yeah.
Oh, how does it feel to be back in the world?
Oh right, and he probably kept playing. He probably went and got that put on his face, and then went back out on the ice and kept playing.
Original.
Us hockey players are that stupid. That's why they retire and become bare knuckle boxers.
Call me dead man. I'm well acquainted with the dead. Not like you, of course. Contrary to the name, I've never actually died. I would advise against that. I'm no expert, but I can assure you it's for your own protection. See?
So I'm a prisoner.
These aren't handcuffs. They're cutting-edge devices that keep us all
Did you see that there's a character that looks just like Solid Snake in the trailer for Death Stranding 2? Like you see him at the beginning and he's just kind of like sitting in an office,
bridges.
and then like all of a sudden, like right at the end, it shows him, he puts a bandana on it, like he turns right into Solid Snake. It's like, holy shit,
Right. Where am I?
snuck that right in.
Watch me. Try pressing it against your skin, like this. Relax. That just means your body's got a good connection to the cufflink. Look, look. The cuffs will watch over you 24 hours a day. That is to say, we will. We're here to help.
What the hell? 2 days.
During that time, we took the liberty of collecting
Fluid.
fluid samples from you.
Fluids and
You're a repatriate. That makes you very special.
What happened to the CD, guys?
It's like the graphics in this are so good, and in most games nowadays this is kind of true. Like Final Fantasy, the remake,
Game over,
this,
man.
like the sequels come out,
Peace is a
and there's
prayer.
no need for it to even like make better graphics. It's like,
The
how
only
can it
ones
look
to
any
get it
freaking
continue
better?
Were you, for obvious reasons, and your broken bridge baby.
Is it all right?
It's been marked for
You know, even like
disposal.
that this game was a
Didn't work
PS4
anymore.
game.
Why keep it?
The PS5 version like
We
isn't gonna look
lost
any
everyone.
better.
Not just
It's kind of crazy how
corpse
like there
disposal.
used to be like just
My
obvious
team,
incremental graphical upgrades, and now
all of Redefort.
it seems like
Every
you gotta go
soul in
10 years
Central
before
Knot
something
City.
blows you away with graphics anymore.
We're at our base in Capital Knot City now. Or should I say, our new headquarters. Sudbury seemed the logical choice. But our implementation team has
Like,
been
did somebody
decimated,
really try to rip that guy's
and
face
there's
off?
only so much they can do in 2 days.
Is that what those scars are trying to tell
Things
us?
here are a mess. Fortunately, the director and his support team were
I
out
wanna
of
see
town
that
at
game.
the time, so the chain of command remains intact.
Yeah, that is Guillermo
I hate to do this
del
so
Toro.
soon, but I have a job
Yep.
for you.
Yeah, he was supposed to do like the writing and directing on that Silent Hill. I think that's how this all got
From when you repatriated?
the ball rolling on him being a part of this. Is they were supposed to do that
What's the other
Silent
one
Hills
from?
collab.
A clinging woman in a cave.
I see. Aphenphosmphobia.
A clingy woman in a cave, and
No
then I
wonder
woke
you were
up
out there alone.
handcuffed to my bed.
No one could touch you.
That is definitely a rough night.
I'll try to be more careful, Sam.
Yeah, there's so many famous
The
people
job
in this
is an
game,
urgent delivery.
and like not necessarily all of them
I
actors
need you
either.
to
That's
bring
what's
the
funny.
president some morphine.
What president? America's gone. You talking about the mayor of Central Knot?
No. Not the mayor. America lives on, Sam. The president is in the final stages of cancer, in critical condition, but there's still time.
Why me?
Look, Sam. Do as I ask, and I promise it will all make sense.
Why don't you do it?
Because I'm not really here. Apologies.
Kind of looks like
This is just
Robotnik
a
with all the
critical
red.
And here, come the tears. Allergic reaction to the chiral transmission. I'm actually over in the isolation ward in the big triangle building.
It looks like a
Here
Wii.
is the morphine. Bridges hereby enters into a contract with Sam Porter.
Come on. You got morphine there. What's this about? Tell me the truth.
The truth, Sam, is that America's last president wants to see
I guess
you
even in the
person.
future, all America cares about is
Are
drugs.
you really about to say no?
Cheers to that. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that myself. Let's see. What can I do on my shift tab with the OBS?
Very good. I'll see you in the isolation ward.
Any better? That should be better.
Beginning scan. Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
Delivery order for Sam Porter Bridges. Request transport of morphine to isolation ward for immediate administration to the president.
Well,
Check the map on your cufflinks if you're lost, Sam. The isolation ward should be pretty obvious. If you're not sure how to get there, you can set markers and draw routes too. Try it out
What
and you'll
about
see what I
that?
mean.
do we have a good mix with that? Sorry. I'm a little bit of an extremist. Sorry. Everything looks like the levels are matching up right now. This should be pretty good. Like good mix. How about now? By the way, you got an excellent Southern Belle accent there, Vaughn. How about now? My daughter would always watch Tony. After that.
Sam, if you want to confirm you're headed the right way, check your compass. It'll never steer you wrong. Provided you have a destination, that is.
I mean, that's kind of how I got it, actually. At least when I can see the levels. Would you believe that I actually have a phone? But that's why I need you. You're the expert. I think my mic also has a volume on here that I gotta play with. That Southern Belle accent sure does sound mighty nice. Yeah, where I work, everybody's pretty much from the south. So in Michigan, you can tell
Central wasn't just home to Bridges HQ. It was also the seat of the Reconstructionist movement. the president hadn't required special treatment, she would have never left. And if she hadn't, we wouldn't have either.
Far away, doesn't it? Weird. Literally only changed. Testing, testing, testing. Mike.
Okay. Let's just sit here for a second.
No, I appreciate. I need it to help you make it better. Trust me. Yeah, it's so weird. All I did is change the levels. Let's see if I put it back. I think what I gotta do is adjust.
No more.
Let's just do this mission. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'll finish this mission, end this, and try and figure out if I can figure out what's wrong with it. Play nice together. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like it was picking up two audios. All right. We'll deal with technical audio issues for the machine. I appreciate you sticking it out and helping me fine tune this mess. Yeah, if I could have just made all of the audio just a little bit louder without it punching.
vital signs are all trending the same way.
No chance of a recovery then?
None that I can see. No.
We should start making preparations.
Sam! It's me, Dead Man. Sorry, my mistake. I'm afraid the President's condition has deteriorated. Thank you. This will help to ease the pain. And allow her to speak with you in these final moments.
Her?
The first and last female president of the United States. Surely you remember her. She raised you? You're not exactly dressed for a reunion. Take that off before you come inside.
Dead man. So you didn't even do anything. He literally grazed you for doing nothing. Just to show you how meaningless all those lights and everything is. No, I guess you did something.
That's the President's right-hand man, the Director of Bridges.
Die Hardman?
Oh, you were with Bridges 1? So, I guess no introductions are necessary.
What's it been, Sam? 10 years? Look at us. A bunch of deathless freaks meeting like this. Yeah, well, good to see you two. President's waiting. It's your mother, Bridget. She's a bit out of it, but I know she'll recognize you.
All right, so what about now? Oh, Retro, what is up? What are you doing here, Retro? You should have better things to do than listen to my audio
Madam
issues.
President, we've brought Sam.
How you guys all doing? Does that sound any better? I actually found the webcam settings in the Logitech, and I turned those off completely.
We'll leave you two alone.
Is the audio still echoey?
Sam,
Quiet as a field mouse.
I knew you'd come back.
Maybe I need to just hold it farther away from me. Does that help if I hold it over?
Are you doing all right? Yeah, I know you hate me.
All the awesome people stopped by the stream today.
Amelie.
Amelie?
You remember Amelie went west. Took her 3 years to cross. She's trying to rebuild the country.
Still going on about that, huh?
Well, actually, Story did too. Story was playing that
You're the one I wanted to send, Sam.
Animal Crossing.
Time's running out.
Animal Crossing with survival. It's
Help
exactly what's
Amelie.
been
She
missing.
needs you.
You can die.
Together, you can help us reconnect. You can make America
Expecting
whole.
this mic to fix my audio issues.
Sam, if we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive.
We don't need a country. Not anymore.
We do. Alone, we have no future.
No, America's finished. Bridget, you're the president of jack shit.
Sam, listen to me. Please. So you are willing to help me?
No,
He's like, no, Mom, don't touch my handcuff. My girlfriend I met in a cave. It's the only one I want to go back. Yeah, I have it added in
I love you, Sam.
I have my mic added under sources. So
I'll be waiting for you on the
under
beach.
sources and specifically added my microphone as an audio input source.
Madam President! Oh, no.
Yeah, I just click sources, and then you can do audio input.
Doctor, we need your help.
But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna completely set OBS to inspect the defaults after this, and try and get my setup back. I don't have any
Stay with me.
I think that's just
Hold on.
We're losing her.
the settings under audio or have an added audio input into your Steam. Just slide that.
I'm a deaf.
Yeah, I mean I've adjusted it back and forth. That's all I've been doing is adjusting the volume. And I don't know why it would have had got my MacBook muted next to me with my audio, so it's not feeding back. Yeah, another reason why I like streaming from my PlayStation.
Listen, no one can know that the president is dead. If
Comes
word gets
straight
out,
from the webcam,
Bridges is finished.
microphone, and you gotta
Now what
work
happened
everything
here
else.
does not leave this room. Do you understand?
Yes, Director. But there's still the matter of the body.
Audio,
Without corpse disposal.
desktop audio.
We've got that covered. Sam, before she died, the president made a contract with you.
what are you talking about?
As a member of Bridges, you're gonna work with the rest of us to rebuild America.
You think you can recruit me? Like she tried to?
It's
She
still
succeeded.
just
Look at your
echoing.
wrist. If that's not symbolic, I don't know what is.
Director, the cancer spread throughout her entire body. Harvesting organs is out of the question, and there is no need for an autopsy. Her body needs to be cremated before she necrotizes.
And if we don't, this place will turn into another crater.
What do you want me to do?
Now, like, what does necrotize mean?
We don't have any porters right now. And the CD team you went into the field with
Google searches
are
of
dead.
that probably went through the roof when this game came out.
But the president's body has to be burned.
The road from Capital Knot City to the incinerator was compromised in the void out.
It
And the
does
only
look
way there
weird.
is on
You
foot.
know what? I think there
Through the
might be something
mountains.
wrong with my mic,
But the
actually.
chiral density there is
I
off
can
the chart.
see that it's coming
It's gotta
through.
be BTs.
This job has requirements.
Only like it's coming through like stereo,
So me.
but only on
Why?
one side. I think my mic's fucked.
You're already on the clock.
I can now see my audio levels.
Now get it done, Sam Porter Bridges.
One side is coming through and the other isn't. What about this? Is this any better? This is the other mic. Sounds better to me. Can I get a confirmation it is better or worse?
Can I have a moment? President Strand believed in American Reconstructionism. She worked tirelessly to bring the nation together again. And without...
What in the world is wrong with this? So now what does it sound like? I have them both. What? Okay, I must have hit some crazy fucked up setting because that's what this is. They're both on right now. One of them is set up as left and one of them is right. When did that happen? That's what it is. I had both. I can't believe this is what's going on right now.
So take the first step, Sam, and deliver the
Craziness.
president's body.
What about
to the
this? Is this
incinerator.
better? It looks better. All my levels actually look a lot better on the screen. I don't know why it needs both of these mics to go into stereo, but I want my money back if that's the case.
I love you.
This is ridiculous.
I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Right? Thanks. I needed you guys. I couldn't have done it without the awesome audience participation.
The facilities to the southwest. Remember that you'll be passing through BT territory.
We built the incinerator.
That's so
way up in the
weird.
mountains
I don't
so that
have
the
a
pyro matter and the
crossfader
smoke wouldn't reach the city.
in
It
my
won't be
settings
easy
anywhere.
carrying a body
Properties.
up there.
My properties.
We'll be monitoring you around the clock. If anything comes up, we'll offer you support via the cufflinks.
Man, that is definitely the weirdest audio bug I've came across. There's no balance whatsoever. It's not on mono. I can clearly see that the balance levels are right in the middle. I don't have it set to mono. You're just so fucking stupid. Thanks for bearing with me, everybody. I'm sorry.
Sam, this is Die Hard.
Every time I think I got something
10
figured
minutes
out,
explain how to use the cuffs, right?
turns out I'm an idiot.
Use them to check the location of the incinerator.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that's got to be in Windows because these microphones are literally just set up in Windows. There's no software or anything. Maybe that's part of the problem. But there's literally just a wireless receiver that plugs into my microphone jack directly. Maybe I hit a button on that somewhere. It doesn't look like there is a button on that, actually. I will figure it out later. It looks like this is working better. So we'll just run with it. I'm gonna do a mission and figure it all out. Being that it took 2 hours to get through the freaking story intro. But that's the thing, there's so much story up front, and then there's like nothing for hours. So they get you ready for like, oh man, this is gonna be crazy, and then it's not. I don't know, I actually like the long-winded Kojima cutscene. I remember in Metal Gear Solid 4 beating the game, and it was literally like almost an hour.
Even with the country shattered and its people scattered to the four winds, she never stopped.
Yeah, right. I can see it on my audio levels that if I move one of the mics away, that it's definitely picking up both mics as a left and right combo. Completely blows my mind of why it's doing that. I mean, when the one was in the case charging, you would think that it would just turn it off and let it charge instead of having it recognize. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It could be worse, right? I could be sitting here talking and you're not hearing anything. I mean, that would be worse, unless you think I sound like an idiot. But then you wouldn't be here watching anyway, because you could go watch probably anybody else play Death Stranding right now. That's why I appreciate y'all being here. Because I know you're on YouTube where there's a billion other videos you could be watching. Does that mean you're taking off, Fawn? Gotta remember, I'm a dumb American. I'm guessing that means you're taking the night off. Run, Sam, run. You can do it. Oh, I mean, that's like, right on. Okay. Yeah, I told you I was dumb. I'm surprised you're even allowed to stream this game. They didn't give you one of those, like, Kingdom Hearts warnings where it says, if you're going to stream this game, we're gonna freaking ban you unless you promise to never play any of the music. Like, I thought only Nintendo was that Nazi-like with their streaming rules. Apparently not. He's too tired to run, right? Had to read a couple of times. Have heard but never seen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a dumb American. I definitely needed somebody to spell it out for me. I try to be cultured. Anime's probably the closest thing I have to being exposed to other cultures. Took French, but only remember the more common words, right? So glad the South of Midnight, all the songs are copyright free, right? And that's the last thing anybody needs is to sit there and play a game and then get that notification after you freaking finish. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, you did all that for nothing because you've now got to go in there and remove all the audio. Yeah, my daughter would have loved if they had French. She's always wanted to go to France. It's been like her biggest thing since she was a kid. Was going to France, seeing all that. I'm sure she'll find her way there eventually. Got her hopes and dreams set on being a dentist. Alright, story. I got a story for everybody. Wink, wink. So I took my dog. I don't know if everybody knows what PetSmart is. It's basically a big old gigantic pet store where you can take your dog or pet, whatever pet you have, you know, and let them kind of just experience what shopping's like, you know. They can go around and see the toys. You're gonna have to mute, right? Mute 60% of the stream, right? But get the word out about us. But anyway, I had Milo Ren with me, and we went up to the pet store, PetSmart to be specific. And we're walking around. He's having a good old time, just seeing all the different toys, sniffing the bulk food bins as we walk by him. And we're just walking, minding our own business, and Milo happened to just kind of sniff. You know, he wasn't like jumping up on it or anything, but he just happened to sniff one of the bulk bone bins. And I didn't really think nothing of it. I'm just letting him inspect it and be a dog. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dude just whips around the corner. He's like, "Sir, if that dog eats one of those bones, there's gonna be problems." And I just looked at this guy like, what kind of problem is there gonna be? What problem? I'm literally gonna, like, I'll take 2 bones out and I'll weigh him and I'll give him another one and I'll pay for it. Like, what problem would there be if my dog actually did eat one of those bones?
Too close.
And he wasn't anywhere close to eating one. He just literally sniffed the bin that the bones were in. And I'm not like trying to like be mean or anything, but that is literally like an exact impression of what the guy sounded like. I mean, like, what kind of problem, bro? I could literally weigh 2 bones and pay for it, you know, and problem solved.
Goddamn cottonmouth.
Imagine having to carry your dead mom on your back all the way to the incinerator. Something tells me I took the wrong way. It looks so good on the map.
Just a bit further now.
There's gonna be problems. I would have told him that the only problem there would be is removing the bone from his ass. I mean, the look I gave him pretty much said that. Like, dude, this place is here for the dogs to have a good time, man. Like, don't you have a pile of shit to fucking clean up or something? Like, isn't that what you should be doing? Like, cleaning up the mess on aisle 5? Right, there's gonna be problems. Bro. I'm not the biggest guy, but bring it, man. Guess if that's what we gotta do, that's what we gotta do. I gotta defend my dog's honor so he can freaking sniff a bone. Right. A jobs. I know what that is. That was in Twin Peaks. That's more than my job sweat. That's a direct quote. I know that one. I might not know your fancy French words, but I know what a job's worth is. I mean, in all seriousness, I would have literally just weighed out. I'd have weighed out 3 bones. I'd have been like, here, you know what? I'm going to give my dog 2 more. Since this place was so awesome. Right? I mean, I don't look like the most shady looking character, do I? Like, I'm going to freaking steal a dog bone? Think if I was going to risk, you know, petty theft. I'd do something that I was going to at least enjoy. See, I told you, that's all Death Stranding is. You walk to a location, you make the delivery. It's actually a fun game. It gets a lot better down the road. When you can start building like infrastructure, building roads, there's like a zip line. It gets a lot better. Well, it might be a bit shady. You know what? I think everybody always needs to suspect everybody of being shady. Because, like, let's just be honest, man. Like, everybody's an opportunist. You know, maybe, you know, to differing levels of evilness, so to speak. But, like, man, you put a $20 bill on the ground and videotape it, you know, and see what happens. You know, how many people are going to pick up that $20 bill and go, hey, is this yours? Or how many people are just going to pocket it? You know what I mean? You should always be skeptical of everybody. Everybody has the potential to be shady. Let's just put it that way. And there goes your mom's ashes. Oh,
Chiralium density in the area is climbing rapidly. Heavy timefall is imminent. Get back here, now.
Sam, burn the other cargo while you're there.
one of the best things I heard was from a drag queen. She said to someone, "Girl, you shaded a palm tree."
What's this?
Girl.
It's the unit Igor was assigned. It was hooked up to you when we found you in the
And
crater.
if say, "Hey, is this yours? How many are we gonna buy?"
Because it's flagged for disposal. Central Knot's gone, and our headquarters along with it. Because that thing didn't do its job. It's all in Igor's logs.
Good old Sam. Look at, see, I still always thought that baby looked a lot like normal. Look at the eyes. Doesn't that look like that's just him as a baby, though? There's something about those eyes. I swear to God, it's like it's his kid or it's him. Like, I swear there's something to that. Like, why are all the buildings immune to timefall? That baby is in Days Gone. Is it really? That does make a little bit of sense because that is like both. Like that's a Sony property, and then this pretty much was a Sony thing. I wouldn't be surprised if you know. Well, I mean, I don't know. Kojima's now just rock star status, so it's hard to see him ever needing Sony. But if things ever get dicey there, you could guarantee that Sony's going to end up trying to acquire Kojima Productions at some point. You got to think, like, they pretty much were the check that got that studio funded.
Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is
And
still
bless their
increasing.
hearts for it, man.
My status is fucked.
We need games
There's
that
tons
aren't
of them.
just doing the same shit over and over. I mean, like, this game doesn't reinvent the wheel. Like, the main gameplay loop is something that's different.
Closing in on my
But at the
position.
end of the day, I mean, there's really
realize I'm in
nothing
here.
about this game
If one of those things eats you, it'll
that hasn't been done before.
You'll come back, sure.
I mean, the story in the universe is kind of what makes it interesting, and the fact that you're not constantly just going in, like, completing infiltration
I got an
missions.
idea.
The only thing that really separates it from Metal Gear. But yeah, I don't know. There's just something about that baby's eyes that have always made me think, like, man, there's some kind of connection between Sam and that baby that I know I can't put my finger on it. I never got far enough in the game to see.
Start good shit.
It's one of the fuel tanks in the game. When you sit on the bike, oh no way! The old fuel tank, you see the baby. That is actually freaking cool.
That's it. Do your thing.
But it attracts enemies, and so it's best not to use it, right? The zombies away, we don't want to attract them. Also, it does that same, like, effect. I just saw it. Okay. Yeah, that remastered's not long out. I'll probably end up getting that on PS5.
Keep low. Move cautiously.
No, don't jump. Keep low. Cover your mouth. Cover your mouth when you sneeze. I never said I was good at this. Where am I supposed to be going? Back. I really like this way of plotting a course. I think they nailed that. All right. Yeah, the yellow sword of away and reveals the baby. That's cool. I like those video game tie-ins. Like you were showing me in Assassin's Creed with the Final Fantasy tie-in. That was sick. I couldn't believe Arden showed up and you had to kick his ass. I was like, oh my god, go! It was freaking awesome. I think that was my 6th platinum trophy on PlayStation Network was Final Fantasy 15. Not the best Final Fantasy, but at least it was better than seeing the franchise just turn into Devil May Cry like it is now. Like, Final Fantasy 16 is terrible. Like, there's nothing about that that's Final Fantasy in my opinion. It's quite literally got like the level layout and the mission structure of a Devil May Cry. No! See, this stuff sucks. But I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. No, and I think that's what the game's trying to teach you right here is sometimes you do just have to risk it all. Especially when I don't have any cargo. You're not going to lose anything. If you had cargo on, you definitely don't want to end up in a situation like this. All over the freaking place. Alright, I think we're through that. Whew. No! No! Still don't understand the lore of this game. Yeah, it was actually a little fellow in Australia called Phoenix who told me it was Final Fantasy. Ah, right on. Yeah, I would have noticed it only when it got up close. Like when he was zipping around the screen and acting all crazy, you really couldn't tell it was Arden. But when it zoomed in on it, I was like, oh, holy shit, that's who that is. But that's really creative how they think, like, okay, if the Animus is like this crazy simulation, why couldn't there be, you know, like actual video game characters in it? And like have a logical reason why you would have to play. It's so cool. And the ending of that was even cooler. It was like a sweet summon character just comes out and freaking finishes everything off. I'm still gonna have to get around to playing that one. I think I'm gonna do Origins before Shadows. Everything that I've seen from Shadows so far, like nothing's really been ruined for me. I haven't seen like any of the cool like Animus stuff or anything like that. But it really seems a lot like just the classic Tenchu ninja style, you know, hide around and assassinate people. I know a lot of people don't like that it's not the Ezio Assassin's Creed anymore. But I don't know. I'm not mad at Assassin's Creed for changing. I like the idea of it being more of an RPG now. You know, it's just a cool little tie-in, I guess. You know, at the end of the day, they had the ability to work together with Square and say, hey, you know what? What would be a cool little thing? You know, it's just the new version of Easter eggs, basically. In the age of like Avengers and Batman and Superman and all the crossovers and shit. How video games were only natural to do that next. I like how he's got all the handprints all over him. I'm pretty sure it's scripted that you have to get caught in that right there. That it's teaching you that, all right, this is going to happen. And you're not going to really lose anything because you have no cargo. Pretty sure that's the logic behind that design right there. Of making you go do that. Plus you get to have the cool little handprints all over him.
Welcome to Capital Knot City. Proceed to distribution center.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Shadows just seems like a game that's been made 100 times before. Whereas, you know, all the previous Assassin's Creeds were kind of doing their own thing. It kind of got weird when they needed to start going to different locations, but keeping it related to, like, the DNA of the person that's using Animus and whatnot. One got real touchy.
It's a miracle either of you made it back. When someone with dooms hooks up to a BB, your feelings and memories cause feedback, like with the speaker. It amplifies fears and stress, and runs the risk of taking you to a place from which you will not return. I'm sorry, but this BB has been pushed beyond its limits. Disposal is the only option.
Sam, get cleaned up and come to the president's office. We need to talk.
I mean, to be fair, there's some really creepy imagery. Like, even as an adult, some of the stuff you see in this game is like, man, that is creepy. And see, look at those eyes. There's something about those eyes. Yeah, wasn't that guy in one of the James Bond movies? Oh, he was in one of the Doctor Strange movies too. He was one of the bad guys. Pretty good actor. He was in Casino Royale and Doctor Strange. And that's right, he was in the Harry Potter movie, right, wasn't he? That's right. Yeah, very decent actor. Mads Mikkelsen, that's it. That's it. And he's got a thing for having crazy black shit dripping down his face. They do that in this game, and I think they did that in the Doctor Strange movie too.
Sam, I thought I told you Dooms and BBs
Hey,
were
Milo
a dangerous
Ren.
combination.
Come here.
Huh,
What are you doing?
Perhaps a shower is in order. You're still covered in chiralium. Don't want the president to see you like that.
What the hell you talking about? She's dead.
You're
You're
upset.
a good dog.
Is this about
You're a good
BB-28?
dog.
Go fuck yourself. I'm not your errand boy.
Well, in any event, it seems it owes you its life.
No, we
Come
owe
on.
the kid our lives. You too.
As you say, I shall look after it.
Good boy, huh?
Give my
That's a
regards to
good
the
boy.
president.
Who's a good dog? Where's my buddy? You know, that's the one thing this game doesn't have. I don't think I've seen a dog in this game. So he's not a dog man, but he's a dog, huh? He's a dog. He's a good dog. Who's a good boy? Huh? Are you a good boy?
It's almost time to go, Sam.
Hey. How's it going?
Here. It's a dream catcher. Wear it when you sleep, and I'll keep
It's actually a
the
really
nightmares
cool
away.
show coming out on Apple TV.
I'll always be with
Murder
you.
Bot. What's that all about? Murder Bot. Well, episode 2. It's probably a good time to stop since we've made it there and finish my audio issues. Sort that all out. There's got to be some kind of setting on this receiver
Good morning, Sam.
that I hit. It's put this into
This is
wanting
Di Hartman. There's a private room
both
set aside for your
microphones.
use.
At least it's been a tolerable end
Take a moment to clean up,
with the audio.
wash all that chiralium off, then come to the president's office.
Murder Bot. I'm assuming some sentient AI robot gets self-aware and wants to annihilate people. It doesn't tell anyone. It doesn't. So he's like alive. Okay, I'll do that for sure. I will absolutely do that. And he pretends to be dumb. That's great. Yeah, that's kind of what a lot of murderers, though. You know, they sit there and they act like they're all innocent. Shoot. Pretty good concept. All right, Vaughn. Story, Lenora. Ben stopped in. Retro stopped in. I appreciate y'all. Gonna get the audio issues sorted out, and that way next one will be a lot better. Gonna look at your suggestions, Vaughn, and try and see if I can get that set up exactly how you do so we don't have any kind of grainy, laggy nonsense. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Story. I'll probably be on tomorrow at some point, but I know y'all probably have things to do, so if you end up stopping in, I appreciate you. I'm over here looking at my computer because that's where the chat is. Stupid idiot. Webcam's over here. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping in. I'll get this sorted out and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.